Hello, welcome in. Today we are here with my magical readathon character, Clover, Thistlemore, and of course, Rhubarb, to put together our TBR for the autumn equinox. And this is actually a really exciting semester because it is Clover's final semester. After this, she will have completed her degree in Feywild cartography, which is so exciting, and I'm not really sure what I want to do with her after this semester. I've considered having her go back for a second calling. She does have a year already in the wild form druid degree that she could continue. I've also talked about how before she retires, I think she would go get her herbology degree so she could open a little herbal apothecary thing. But there is also now the higher callings. I have been really considering having her do the mythologist higher calling, which is all about like discovering mythical creatures. It says this calling will take you beyond the tamed lands in search of mythical beasts. I think that would also be fun for her. Yeah, I don't know what she's gonna do after this semester, but I think we need to just focus on the here and now and make our TBR for the autumn equinox. Here's our blank syllabus for the semester. I did use a scroll of exchange to trade one of my inscription classes for a spells and incantations class instead, because I just thought the prompt was more fun. So I thought we could fill out the syllabus together, and of course I would like to start with any books that are on my 2026 must read that can go on there. And right away I'm thinking animal studies. We're doing Crown Magic, which is a book with antlers or horns, and I see The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, which I have been wanting to read forever. And I think it's also going to be a really good like autumn book. Stephen Graham Jones is an Indigenous author, and this book is, it says it's equal parts psychological horror and cutting social commentary on identity politics and the American Indian experience. Fans of Jordan Peele will love it, and it follows the lives of 4 American Indian men and their families, all haunted by a disturbing, deadly event that took place in their youth. Years later, they find themselves tracked by an entity bent on revenge. It sounds so good, and I've been wanting to read Stephen Graham Jones for a long time. So let's put that as our animal studies book. And then the next one that I see we could probably do is elemental studies. We're doing enchanted forestry, which is a forest. And I think we can definitely say that the Neverending Story has a forest on the cover. If we count this over here, I mean, even if not, there's definitely a forest in the book. That would be another great one that I'm definitely excited to read. So the Never-Ending Story as our elemental studies forestry book. And then the only other one that I already kind of had in mind was for Alchemy. We're doing Health Potions, which is a red cover. I'm currently reading The Looking Glass Wars, which is an Alice in Wonderland retelling. So I'm hoping that by the time the readathon starts, I will be ready to move on to the sequel, which is Seeing Red, which isn't like a totally red cover, but it has the Red Queen and the word red and the spine is red. I'm gonna do it. So Seeing Red as our alchemy book. For our astronomy class on numerology, I need a book from 2010. And of course, Goodreads does not let you sort your TBR by publication date, which seems weird. It seems like that's something you should let people sort by. Okay, I pulled up this list of most popular books published in 2010. So I'm just gonna scroll through, and if there's some, oh my God, not The Clockwork Angel. That was from 2010. Oh my God, okay. I am currently rereading the Shadowhunter books, and I just finished City of Glass. So I am actually very prepared to read Clockwork Angel, if this is what the fates have in store for me. I think I even have, yes, I have it. It is even one of the books that I brought with me from America when we moved. I am very prepared to do this. Let's make it our astronomy book, Clockwork Angel. All right, up next is demonology. We're studying shadow sprites, and the prompt is the word shadow. Shadow. Ooh, I do really want to read Empire of Shadows. Half in Shadow by Mary Elizabeth Councilman. Oh my God, there's so many good options actually. I don't really want to start a new series currently because I'm in the middle of a couple. So no Empire of Shadows. Half in Shadow is a collection of short stories, and they're all kind of like scary ghost stories. They're from the 1970s. I've been very interested in them for a while, but I don't really know if I can get a hold of this anywhere. I mean, I am also definitely interested in some Greek mythology retellings. Okay, I'm gonna say that if I can find Half in Shadow, I'll do that. And if I cannot, then I'll do The Shadow of Perseus. Okay, and then these last two, I think we're gonna get to randomize a little bit. Our inscription class is on proper cataloging, and it is to spin an alphabet wheel and then pick a book that starts with that letter. So I have our letter wheel here. Let's see what we get. S. No. That is truly a very common letter. I think actually we could probably randomize that completely. Ooh, I could do Something New Under the Sun by Alexandra Kleeman. I've been really wanting to read. I met Alexandra Kleeman. She came to my university and we had dinner together, and she was so nice and her books sound so interesting. So I could do that, but yeah, you know what? We already have 2 books off of this. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of fun and randomize this. So what I'm gonna do is go to Storygraph and then just refresh like the front page TBR until a book that starts with S appears. So, The Storm Crow. Seafire. Seafire sounds fun. It is a pirate book and it is the end of summertime, and I do have plans to go swimming or to a lake or like take a beach trip at some point, so this could be really good. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do Seafire. I also love Natalie C. Parker. If you haven't read it yet, Beware the Wild. Highly recommend Beware the Wild. So yeah, let's do Seafire. Then the final class we're taking is Spells and Incantations. We're working on intuition and spell work. So it's supposed to be the 7th book you touch. You're supposed to just like go to your shelf and touch a book and then count 7, but it's not random enough for me, right? Because I obviously know what shelf I'm looking at and what kinds of books are on that shelf. And so I think I'm gonna randomize this again via Storygraph. So like there's 6 books, so it's gonna be the first one that shows up on this first corner here when we refresh. So let's see. Oh my God. No, I just said I don't want to start a new series. I mean, technically Seafire is the start of a new series too. So I am being a little bit hypocritical. Should I just do it? It's too many series. I'm gonna hate myself next month when I have all these fucking series that I have to finish. I'm gonna save it because I think I'm gonna really like Empire of Shadows, and I don't want it to be like a stressful, annoying reading experience. I want it to be a good, happy, fun reading experience. So I'm gonna refresh again, and we're putting a new parameter. It has to be a standalone. Never Fall for Your Fiance. Okay, this is like a cutesy little romance book, I think. Okay, there's an Earl of Fareham. His mother is determined to find him a wife, so he invents a fake fiance. And then of course I'm sure there's a fake dating situation where he finds some girl to pretend to be his fiance and they can't fall in love. But of course they're going to, and I love to see that. I love to see that so much. So yeah, this is the beginning of a series though, but I don't think it matters. With romances, I don't care. I don't feel the pressure of that, you know? So Never Fall for Your Fiance. Okay. There is my magical readathon autumn equinox TBR. Oh wait, this is so cute. I just pulled up my spring equinox syllabus and I just realized that the Looking Glass Wars is my alchemy book for the spring semester. And now the sequel Seeing Red is my alchemy book for the fall semester. This is so cute. For the same class? Wow. All right, so here is the autumn TBR. I am really excited. Clover's final TBR in this degree. She might do another one. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get too sentimental about it. Let me know in the comments how your magical readathon is going, how is your character doing, and what books are on your syllabus. If you're not doing the magical readathon, I would just love to hear what books you're reading next month in general. I'd love to hear about your reading plans and what you're up to. So yeah, thanks for hanging out and making this TBR with me, and I hope that I will get to talk to you soon. Bye.